We will talk more. I do want to start with Estevao because that kid is a wicked, wicked baller. When you talk about star quality, right? Like if I'm going to turn on a game right now, if I turn on a Chelsea match, like I've been talking about it for multiple weeks now, I'm turning it on because I want to watch Estevao play. And this kid's doing it against the biggest clubs on the biggest European nights, like wicked stuff. Like this kid is just above the grade for what an 18-year-old should be. And I know that like Yamal was it felt like almost this weird, like they were calling him shit.
2 18-year-old wonder kids.
And I know that I just saw a quote from Enzo Maresca that said, well, we don't want to put them into the Ronaldo and Messi category. Look,
whatever he says, Dylan. Whatever he says, I'm in.
The fact that he had to go to the media and say that shows you the talent that this kid possesses, that we are now looking at a passing of the torch, so to speak, where people are recognizing the talent of this child. Like he's a child still. It's amazing. It's amazing.
It's like you said, I mean, that was the same goal he scored against us on his weak foot, just roofing it near post. When we talk about repeatable actions, like I think about when we were saying how Garnacho's a good fit at Chelsea. It's like, oh, repeatable actions, right? He can 1v1, get by his guy. If you could score that goal again, like the fact that that is a repeatable action for him, just to be able to have that confidence on his weaker foot, that is what kind of shows me, like at his age and his understanding and ability, just perfect combination.
He's a freak. He's a freak. Perfect time to pick up form too. If Palmer's coming back and stuff, if you can start to get them to click together, it's a scary sight.
This we talked about on the last episode, I think, when we were speculating that they might be trying to ramp him up by the time Palmer comes back. I feel like that's been the case. We're clearly seeing it now. He's starting to ramp up minutes right as Cole Palmer is going to come back into the team. Slight setback because of a FIFA game, but we move.
Allegedly.
I think it's going to be very exciting. And again, for anyone that was counting them out as contenders or just competition in this league at the top, I think they need to hold on a little bit. Like we talked about, I think they've been getting a lot of shit for the position that they're in, and they're clearly only getting better, and they don't even have their best player on the pitch. So
you beat me to it, Mila. That was the next thing I was going to say. I mean,
I didn't watch the game, so I got to say something.
Well, it's important to mention. I mean, Palmer's. I mean, we talked about it. I mean, the past 2 years, ever since he's gotten here and started playing, it was Cole Palmer FC. Every time he misses a game, we're down and out, right? And then last year, run of games where he wasn't available and we fell off, right? To go along with our far and away most stable center back, right? Colwell, he's very important to how we play. He's out. I mean, Wesley Fofana, again, I feel like he goes very under the radar because, again, he's missed a ton of games for Chelsea. But as soon as he's back in the lineup, we start to look like a much more competent team. At this point, I can't see it as a coincidence, right? Even if it's not the way maybe other defenders kind of move you when you're watching the game, at this point, it has to be said, and especially with what we've seen from other center backs in the team. I mean, Tosin at the beginning of the year, I was talking him up a lot, but as I came to realize, he's not an A-side center back. And Chalobah, again, not the same thing. I thought he also performed well tonight. Fofana, when he's fit, he's so aggressive, front-footed, recovery pace, and again, can carry the ball. He's got quality with the ball at his feet. I think it's huge to have him fit, and I think it's really important for us moving forward that he stays fit. I'm hoping he can play on the weekend as well. But, man, once Palmer comes back, like you said, I think when you're playing next to that guy, it can only help.
Yeah,
so
the game only gets
seeing
easier.
those two link up, I'm more than you could believe. So excited.
I mean, if the thought is too that one of them needs to be doubled, then the other one's probably going to have open space. You guys are just going to make a headache for any team, and if it's able to be tested against Arsenal, I totally would love to see it. But
telling me, yeah, and I think
later. We'll talk about that later.
On the game, right? On the game itself, I think Pedri's obviously a big miss for Barcelona.
Having Eric Garcia in the six.
Yeah, that's rough days. I mean, the midfield was. We took the game to them. There was no doubt about that.
Yeah.
There was no doubt in the approach of this game from us. I think Pedri not being here is a huge part. It's a tough miss for them, but I mean, I don't know. The way this game was going, the red card to me doesn't even feel as significant. I just felt like this game was going to end up going this way. Obviously, it would have been a lot tougher with 11v11 for an entire half, but they didn't really have anything for us bar the Farron chance at the beginning of the game, and just like we've harped on all the time during the bad run of games, self-inflicted, or it's bad in your own half, right outside your own 18-yard box. So I always felt like the game was going this way. That we always talk about styles make fights, and just the way Barcelona play just makes so much sense. And then the fact that Maresca even put Neto up top, it was just like, yeah, you know exactly what we're going to do because we know exactly what you're going to do. And the whole game, I mean, we scored, 3 disallowed goals, like 2 razor-thin goals with VAR decisions. We could barely even hold our runs, but you clearly saw the approach the whole game. As soon as the press is beat, all right, hold your runs. Like, it was so obvious. Like, I really couldn't believe what I was watching. But yeah, I mean, it was just start to finish. There was no resistance. There was the one chance early on, and then from that point, it really felt. I mean, we even scored our first disallowed goal before that. Like, I feel like that almost set the tone. It's like, oh, like this is how they defend. Araujo was horrific. I mean, we've heard about it because, again, we don't watch La Liga every week, but I've heard about him, his drop in form. Obviously, he had fitness issues, but he was awful. We almost spent like 80 million on that guy.
I think
Thank
you and I
goodness
saw his
not.
last good game, IRL. When
Yeah,
went
he was
to
pretty
that
bad.
Uruguay-Brazil game. No, he was great in that game, and then he got hurt.
Oh, the game we were at. Yeah.
The game where I haven't seen him at that level since then. Unfortunately,
yeah, steep decline in his play.
I still think that he's a very good center back. I just think that he's a product of an environment. And it's you called him Spurs, dude. Like, look, both of the cards that he picked up in this game are a direct correlation
the
to
fact that that's the insult.
Well, look, like at this point, teams are calling their bluff. They're saying, "Hey, you're going to play this ridiculously high line," and this is what happens with Hansi Flick every single year. The fact that you guys played Neto up top, and there was no idea of like, "Hey, maybe we should like gear this back," and this is just the way that he plays. Like, you're asking your players to do this. You're asking your players to get in trouble, and Araujo is just a product of that. Like, he's their captain. I don't think the captain makes a play like that if that's not instructed in him. Like, I know he's a little crazy.
The yellow card was him going face to face with the ref. And then the second yellow is just such a ridiculous challenge, knowing that you're on a yellow. You know you can't do that.
The problem is he mistimed the tackle, right, with the high line, but there was no one behind him. You guys were surely in it's 2-0.
On a yellow.
And right,
look, first half.
The idea is that he should not have done that, right? It's a bad play.
He's in that position because of the way they play.
It goes to Maresca, right? Like, this is the same type of thing I was talking about with when United got the red card against Chelsea early in the year, where like your manager can make decisions harder on the opposition if you force those things to happen. And this was exactly what happened. Like, Neto and Garnacho and Estevao in behind caused all that stuff to happen. And that goes to Maresca. He gets a big feather in the cap for me in terms of another big game where he met the other manager and bested him again.
Yeah, so, I mean, he loves a big game, and we've got another one. We'll not get into that. But
no,
with Araujo too, Cubarsí next to him, I thought he was fantastic today. I thought Cubarsí was very good. And again, maybe he's that good of a player, but the fact that a teenager can walk into this team and look that, I mean, even last year, Inigo Martinez was 33 years old playing in that suicide high line, and he looked amazing for most of the year. So that's kind of where I hold my reservations with Araujo's dip in performance. Like, we've seen other guys step in. Eric Garcia's looked good, and he plays right back. He plays DM and even a center back. He looks good. So,
I just don't know how much to actually take for Barcelona, because every time I watch them in the Champions League, they do this every week. Like, they gave Club Brugge 3 goals. Like, this is just their style. Is that not an
indicator of where La Liga's at right now?
Yes. No, 100%. It's not on the same planet. It's not on the same planet.
Is clearly the best league in the world
right
now. I don't think anyone,
like, if you're plucking, because people talk about like the top team from each league playing. That's not what we're talking about. Every league has top teams. What we're talking about is, let's take 12th place from the Prem and let's take 12th place from XY league. Like, that's what we're talking about there. And I agree, Mila. I think that team, Palace last year, I mean, they'd probably smoke every other 12th place team.
I texted Shadman about this because he was saying that, like, he was talking about Real Madrid and Barca, and I was saying that there's just a lack of iron sharpening iron in La Liga right now, where every single time a La Liga team goes out, they are just kind of walking through games. Like I watched
Liverpool did to Madrid.
Yeah, no, but I just watched Real Madrid like go through a draw against a team, and it was like they're not even playing good, but they're able to pick up points, and it's those two teams alone.
They don't have to.
Bilbao at the weekend, Barca beat them 4-0 with a similar lineup doing the same stuff. Like it's not coming hard at all to them, to those two teams in the league, and there's no competitive nature. Like Chelsea go through a gauntlet to get to this point in the season.
Burnley,
whereas sure, Burnley gave up more of a fight in the game than
I agree.
Than Barca did. But when you get
every game in the Prem is tough.
Yeah, and when you get punched in the mouth in the Prem, you have to adjust. It happens naturally. You make adjustments based off of that, and that makes you a better side. Barca
we rotated more
Real,
against
do that.
We rotated more against Benfica and Ajax, two European giants, than Burnley. Like that speaks levels to me.
Yeah.
Like Prem games are taken much more seriously. Maresca, I mean, he rotates as much as any manager, right? But you can clearly see the difference in at least how he's viewing it versus, oh, we're going to play Ajax, we're going to play Benfica, or oh well, we gotta Nottingham Forest. Like we need to be ready for that game. That's a tough game. So yeah, I do think that speaks levels.
Yeah, I guess the only other player that I wanted to highlight from this match that I was like uber impressed with, and I've been uber impressed with over the last like 5 or 6 weeks, has been Enzo Fernandez. You know, me and Milo were not high on him when we started the pod, and since it's the 100th sub pod, I have to bring it up. Like he's been phenomenal.
Feel like we gave him his respect throughout the journey.
100%. No. We've to tell you how much we've evolved as a podcast here. We've done our due diligence in getting back to he is a good footballer, and today, I mean, he really should have had a couple of goals. Some of the disallowed stuff. Yeah, but he was phenomenal on the day, and he's doing it in a variety of different ways, which is really impressive to me. Like he's doing the contributions defensively, but he's also doing it in the 10, and he's like playing as like a second captain. And I've just had a lot of growth of him as a player, which has, I think, made me appreciate his game more. And this game was a kind of culmination experience of that.
I might not be loud enough about him, but when you think about him, like you said, he's our vice captain, and this guy was willing to come to us when we were in like 15th place. Like he wanted to come here, and like he fights for the badge every time he's out there. He knows what it means, and like you're saying, he's starting to put it all together in all phases of his game. I thought he was a deep lying playmaker. Now he's just a box crasher. What is he? Starting to really get the understanding and be able to affect the game in all phases. I mean, he arrives in the box. He always ends up in good positions. He's scoring headers, and then he still has the ability to play, make, and break lines. I mean, he has legs now. He can cover ground. He's proper. So huge fan of everything he's done for us and the leader that he is, because you forget, he's also a very young player. He's like 25. So he's come a long way, and long may it continue.